Yeah. Do it for Christ. Only got one life. Got one shot at this, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Yeah, gotta do it right. Yeah. Do it for Christ. Only got one life. Got one shot at this, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Time to throw in the towel. I've been holding on this for a while. Moving on my own skin. Crocodile, yeah, I'm washed in the blood. Made new, can't tell who I was. No, he saved me by grace. He did it just because. Yeah, my flesh was on E. Had to fill it with the spirit. God, I forgive. Secretly in prayer, gotta keep it real discreet. All the verses they don't write up God.
No, it's Wealthy Marriage Wednesday.
It's the
know it.
favorite day of the week.
It's Wealthy Marriage Wednesday.
Yes.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, if you haven't shared this, you are missing out. I'm about to share this thing right now.
Come
You got to
on,
make sure you
share.
live because you want your people to be live for this one. We're talking
That's
about
right.
insurance. We're talking about risk today.
Yes.
We're talking about that big long bread. You know what I mean?
The long
You're gonna
break.
love this episode because we got a special guest today. And when you see this guest, they're gonna give you some information that's gonna change the game because insurance, I'm gonna tell you, it'll make you and break you.
Mhm.
And if you're not careful, if you ain't got that stuff right, it'll mess your business all the way up. But if
Yeah,
you get
it
it right,
yeah.
there's no limit to what you can achieve. So we're gonna be
Yes.
talking about that today. I can't wait.
Yes.
We got a guest on here. I'm not even gonna give you the spoiler. I ain't giving no
Nothing.
spoiler alerts. You just gotta look and see who got tagged on here, maybe.
Maybe.
But I'm telling you, when you hear, it's gonna be significant. But we're gonna be talking about it, and we're not gonna delay. So we're gonna get right to it today. And so we're gonna be talking about the freedom formula as
Yes,
always, which is where we
always.
turn time into
Money,
and we turn our money into
assets,
and turn our assets into
freedom.
but John and Joy. What do you mean freedom?
Freedom.
Freedom to do what?
What
You
is
fill
it?
in the two. The two what? What is
Yes.
your freedom to?
Yes.
If you had the opportunity to, what would be the things that you would do if you had more time and you had more resources? So you would have freedom to what? And so whenever you figure out that freedom to, and it becomes more important than where you at right now, you're going to be walking in the right road. So
That's
we
right.
got a disclaimer for you today.
Yes, go ahead.
Me and Joy are coaches, and we are here for your entertainment and informational purposes only. We are not insurance professional,
Nope.
but we brought one on.
Yes.
Ha We're going to share some good information with you today.
Yes, yes.
Always do your own research,
Mhm.
and investing has considerable risk. But with
Yes.
that being said, it's time to get to this money.
Yes.
All right, because I'm gonna tell you right now, you'll either tell your money what to do, come
Yep.
on, or the
Or-
lack of it will always manage you.
Oh man, say that one more time for the
You
people in the
either
back.
gonna tell you be to put an assignment on them dollars.
Yes.
You better tell them dollars what to do,
Mhm.
or the lack of it will always manage you. Consider that. Obviously, me and Joy are real estate coaches. We love to help married couples grow their portfolio. And there's no better way to do it than to get started talking about insurance and risk.
That's right.
And I'm telling you right now, we had some insurance
Mhm.
that was been amazing in our life. We've
Oh,
always
yeah.
had insurance.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, if you're a real estate investor or a business owner, even if you're just a regular person, you need some insurance.
That's right.
And insurance is one of those things that we are ignorant of. In many instances, I'm not even playing.
Yeah.
We ignorant of insurance. For some reason, when we start talking about insurance and they pull out these big fat term, these policies are so fat. I mean, they'll send you a novel like this. You get confused. You start scratching, and then too, nobody wants to talk about dying.
Yeah, I was like, you
Dude,
weren't gonna say
nobody
it, I
wants
was
to
gonna
talk
say
about
it.
dying.
No.
Matter of
Nobody
fact, they wouldn't even let us talk about dying when I was a kid. They would say you was being morbid.
wants-
They say, don't talk like that. You being morbid.
But look, it's inevitable. It's
Mhm.
going to happen.
It's
so
going
why
to
not
happen.
be prepared? Prepare for your family.
That's it. So we was going to talk
Yes.
about risk and insurance, and you thought we was going to go straight to talking about properties.
Nope.
And guess what? We might mention some properties,
Of course.
but we're going to focus this one on life insurance
Yeah.
because life insurance is one of the best ways where you can be able to leave an inheritance for your family. Why are
That's
you
right.
investing in real estate anyway? You gonna die with a bunch of properties that you ain't even never lived in.
Right.
So, and then you're gonna pass them to some people who may or may not want it.
Mhm.
And so the best thing that you can do is to be able to have some insurance that's going to be able to cover any kind of debt. It's going to be able to cover any issues. And we're going to be talking about some insurance today
Oh.
that if you get it, you can use it while you're still alive and still get a benefit when you die. It's
Right.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Inside of a policy. And so we're going to be able to talk about some of those different things. And if you're a real estate investor, you really need to tap into
That's
this.
right.
Because we're going to share some strategies that we're using, and we know some very successful people who are using that's going to help you to be able to have a great reserve. So you got, and also to become your own bank in many ways.
Oh.
And so with that being said, I'm excited to introduce our guest for today,
Yes.
Mr. Dontre Withrow. So he is a community focused insurance broker. Dontre is a dedicated insurance broker founded Withrow Financial Group in 2021, which is based in Louisville, Kentucky. His firm specializes in life insurance, final expense planning, estate planning, infinite banking services. With a passion for helping his community, Dontre is committed to providing tailored insurance solutions to individuals and family.
All right.
And what we're going to tell you is that this brother right here is bona fide. He's the real deal. And we are very happy to have him. Y'all give some love for our guy, Dontre.
Thank y'all for having me. It's definitely a privilege and an honor. You guys are killing it in the real estate game, and you guys are genuine. You know, that's what I love about you guys. You guys are the same no matter where you're at. So.
Hey, praise the Lord for that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, you just talk about Jesus in real estate all day. Your
Right.
life is very simple. Like,
Yes.
you get the same two things everywhere we go.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, we're thankful to have you on. Now, I'm gonna tell you, we was confused about real estate. I mean, insurance for many years.
Yes.
So we started buying properties, and so we got into it. And we got to be honest. We're gonna be transparent on here.
Come on.
We had 30, 40 properties, and we didn't have not a lick of insurance. None.
Yeah.
I'm working a job too. The only insurance I had was when I was on the job. Was when I was working on the job. They give you like 2 times your salary or something as insurance coverage.
Yeah.
But once you leave there, you don't have any insurance. So once I left corporate to be full-time entrepreneur, full-time working real estate, you don't have no kind of life insurance, and Joy didn't have any at all. Only cover she had was, I think, a $25,000 while I was on the job. She had like 25. She passed. She didn't even know it, but if she passed away, I was gonna have enough money to put her in the ground. That's probably I didn't even have enough to pay for the chicken. Somebody else would have to go fund me the chicken and just have enough to put her in the And so we got schooled to the game about insurance, and it helped us because we ended up getting enough insurance to now be able to cover any kind of debt if something happened. So we got some pretty nice sized policies, but they was term policies. So we looked at it, it was kind of more reasonably priced, and then it was also kind of approachable. So we got 20-year term policies that could be convertible to whole life if we desire. So we felt good about it. But then we had always had a desire. So we started reading these different books. So I read a book, and you see this library back here. This is I really read these books and refer to. But there was one book about becoming your own bank, and it was like, this is like a sick book right here. You know what I mean? And I started reading it, and I was like, what do you mean? And it was basically like you can open an insurance policy, borrow from it, and do this thing. And then I started watching podcasts. They started talking about infinite banking, and they started talking about all the different things you could do. And so what we said is like, we need some of that. But we were so confused by all the stuff that we thought it was going to take, and we thought it was going to be kind of expensive. So we said, forget it. It ain't worth it. And we literally just kept putting it off because we were like, we didn't really want to have another monthly expense, something that we felt like was going to cost us more money. Didn't really all the way understand it. And so we just kept putting it off. And then we finally went on ahead and heard from our good brother Don Trey, who was like at the right moment, the right time.
Yes.
And he hit us up. We was already wanting to do it, but we didn't have all the pieces put together.
Right.
And then he came and he helped us to have a better understanding of insurance and how it relates to real estate, and then also how you can become your own bank in real estate. So just so you all know, Don Trey's going to take it away here in just a second, but we don't get any commissions or kickbacks, not yet.
Not yet.
Hey, we get it. Hold on. We need to put, hold on, Don Trey. No, seriously. You know, we just have had a good experience with him, and he educated us, and we know some other people we helped, so we invited him onto the show. So with that being said, Don Trey, could you please introduce yourself to the people real quickly, and then we got a few questions for you.
All right. My name is Don Trey Withrow with Withrow Financial Group. Been in the insurance industry for about going on 4 years now. Like John was saying, like I was reading the book How to Become Your Own Banker by Nelson Nash, and as I was reading the book and doing my research, like, you know, all these podcasts, because there's so much information out here. You know, you definitely want to make sure you're doing your own due diligence with these policies. And as Tom has gone on and then talking with real estate investors like John and Joy and other real estate agents, what their problem that this policy solves is two things. Fast access to cash, which as a real estate investor, you definitely want to have that fast access to cash. You know, if there's an opportunity, a deal that comes by, you want to have that accessibility to cash. Also, number two is tax-free. So you're able to withdraw that money tax-free. Also, it's also giving you a dividend plus set interest.
Okay, all right, hold on. We don't know what all that stuff means. Hold on, run that back one more time. So hold on. All right, so what kind of policy? Because I know it's two kinds of policies.
Okay.
There's your term policy, which is that's like renting insurance, right?
Yes. Okay.
So we signed up for a 20-year term policies.
Mm-hmm.
So I signed up for a 20-year term, but I was 42. And I signed up for a 20-year term. So when I'm 62, that mug is gone. Yeah, if I live past 62, and you know, in my mind somewhere, I'm like, dang, I done lost all my money. Right. But no, it's not like that. It's a good thing. You want to get the term policy.
Yes.
Something very well may happen before then. And so that's term, but you're talking about a different product than term. Now tell us about this, because I think a lot of us don't fully understand what this is.
Okay, so this type of policy is not your grandma and grandpa's type of policy, right? Where you're just putting $50 a month, and then maybe in 10 years you may have $2,000 accumulated, right? So these policies are through mutual companies, and mutual companies are basically like you and Joy are the policy owners, so you own a stake into the company. So a ABC company, they're investing money into hospitals, real estate, things like that. And so you will receive a dividend or a surplus of whatever investments that they receive. So that may be $20, that may be $800, that may be $8,000, right? So you're getting that on top plus a fixed rate. So the insurance company will set that fixed rate. So that could be either 3% or 8%. This year is 6%. So you're getting
6%. So hold on. All right. So like let's say I'm putting in a policy and I'm putting in, let's use a round number. How about $10,000 a year?
Okay.
If I put in $10,000 a year, you're telling me my $10,000 is growing at a rate of 6% inside of this policy.
Yes. On top of getting a dividend on top of it.
Okay, so hold on. I'm 6% growth on my money and the dividend.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so and the dividend. So when I
Mhm.
put my $10,000 in the policy, how long is it until if I had an emergency that I could get that money out?
Within 90 days, sometimes even faster.
Shut the
wow.
front door. Okay, so
Yeah.
hold on. Let me get this
Okay.
right.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
I want y'all to tap in. This only for the real estate investors or
Right.
people who want to be real estate investors.
Come on, lock in, y'all. Because
If you're a real estate investor or you want to be a real estate investor, guaranteed you got 10, 20, 30 grand put up to the side that you're not touching, just a reserve. You just got to
Mhm.
have it. Like there's no way you can
Mhm.
do this business
without it.
and not have a reserve.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And sometimes you don't even touch it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So what if instead of just having that money sitting in an account, what if you took the money and put it into an insurance policy?
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Making money while your money's just sitting
So
there.
your money's just sitting there, but then you getting it's growing in value.
Yeah.
You get a dividend, and if you need it, you can pull it out and use it.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the best part, well, not the best part, but it's a part that happen
right.
is if you die, you get like this lump sum.
Or your family gets.
Your family gets a lump sum if you die.
Right.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. And not only that, you have living benefits attached to these policies as well. So if you have terminal illness, critical illness, or chronic illness, right, you have access to pull from that policy as well. So let's say you have some more, you got payments to make on the properties that you have, and God forbid you get sick.
Yeah.
Well, you can call the insurance company and they will cut you a check.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So you telling me now that can be living insurance as well?
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
okay,
tell
okay.
you, this is a play.
Yeah.
This is a whole play for all real estate investors who have a cash reserve. Let's say you putting up $10,000 a year because you got a portfolio of houses and you putting some away for capital expenses or some kind of delayed stuff. Well, instead of just having your money sitting there doing nothing, and then many of us, we don't want to just stick our money in the market in the volatility that happens in the market. What a better way to be able to do the thing you're already doing in real estate, which is creating a legacy, building this legacy wealth for your family. If that's what you really want to do.
Right.
And so insurance is what better way to put a reserve.
Right.
It goes up in value. It pays you a dividend.
Right.
And when you need it, you can go get it. And if something happens to you during your life, you can call the insurance company and get a check. Okay.
These sounds like win-wins.
These are win-win situations.
Yeah.
If you have money sitting in reserve, what better place to store it than in, and what would we call it though? So if I'm going to go to an insurance place, like it wasn't you, and I wanted to subscribe to somebody else, and I wanted to say, this is what I want. What would we tell them that we wanted?
You would tell them that you wanted a whole life policy through a mutual company that gives you dividends.
Okay, a whole life policy through a mutual company. Why a mutual company?
Because they have the best rates, right? And when you become a policy owner, you own a stake into that company, so you are invested into that company, right? So when you get that you have I guess advantage to make sure that you're invested into the company. And then also you want to make sure that these companies have been in business for at least 100 years. So one of the companies that I have, they've been in business for over 120 years.
Really? What company is that?
That is Lafayette Life.
Lafayette Life. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And since 1885, they have paid a dividend since then.
Every year.
Every year.
Oh, that's undefeated.
Even through the Great Depression, the housing crash of 2008, they have always paid out a dividend.
Okay. So this is amazing. So you're telling me that just everybody who's put their money in has gotten a return on their investment?
Yes. Yes.
This is bananas. So it's not guaranteed, but it's as close to guaranteed as guaranteed. can be guaranteed.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Wow.
for the last 120 years, they've been paying out these dividends. Your money's going up in value. You're getting the dividends. You can now tell us about borrowing this money. So if I want to borrow money, how does that work? If I'm wanting to borrow money from an insurance company, I want you to help us with that. Anybody who's got questions on this infinite banking, whole life insurance, I want you to put it into the chat, because we're talking about it in terms of real estate investing right now.
Right.
And so as a real estate investor, I have to have money put to the side just in case there's a bunch of turnovers at once, or I had a few roofs to go out, and then a few HVACs, and I'm getting frustrated, and I got to go, and my cash flow, I'm flipping 2 houses over here, and I got another rehab going, and all of a sudden these random expenses hit me. I got to have some capital available to be able to withstand that. And so instead of just keeping it in the bank, I can keep it into a whole life insurance policy with a mutual agency. So it's called a mutual insurance agency, right?
Yeah, like a mutual company like Mutual Omaha, Lafayette, Northwestern.
Okay.
Those are the type of companies that you want to look into.
Got you. So we can do that, and then each year I would put in whatever my reserve amount was going to be. And so, like, let's say it was $10,000 a year, $20,000 a year, whatever that amount, 30,000, however much was putting away every year for reserve. But what would the death benefit be like if I died? Like, how much money would my family get if I passed away?
So that's a good question. So basically, you would probably get, with doing the 10 to 20,000, you're looking at probably about between 700,000 and $1 million policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, all right. So 700,000, 1 million. That sounds like some good numbers to me personally, for money that I wasn't even using.
Yeah.
And then if I do need to use it, I can be able to use that money if I did need it for emergency purposes. I had a question that came in. I got a question for you. So if you borrow money from your policy, what would repayment terms look like? So what are the repayment terms on that?
So this is going to be mind blowing. So definitely, put your seatbelt on.
Okay.
So you get to choose when to pay it back, right? And also, you only get charged one time, 5%. 5%.
Hold on. Stop. Okay, hold on. Don Trey, hold on. So I'm taking a loan from my policy, and you telling me I can define my own payback terms?
Yes. It's mind blowing. I know it's mind blowing.
So okay, all right. So okay, let's do an example then.
Okay.
All right. So I got a $20,000 in the policy.
Okay.
I say I want to take $10,000 out of the policy as a loan. How do I have to pay that $10,000 back?
So you get to determine when you want to pay that back, right? So you're only going to get charged at one time 5%, and you get to decide when you want to pay that money back. So
who does the charge? Does the charge go to the mutual company?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So it's a one-time charge. Does that come out of the 10,000? So they just give me 9,500, or how do they do that?
So basically, they just tack it on to whatever you borrow. So, like for instance, I had a client who had 30,000 into his policy. He borrowed 20,000, and when he borrowed that money, he was only charged $20,595.
Okay, so $595 as a fee for the company.
Yes.
And then you pull your money out.
Yes.
When can you pay it back though? Like,
so you can pay it back as like for the real estate investor. So like, let's say you did a flip, right? You got a profit. You took that 10,000. You can put it right back in, and it's going to compound.
What happens if we don't pay it back though? Do we like lose our policy?
So no. So basically, if you structure the policy correctly, it'll just deduct from your cash. It'll deduct from your cash value. But the plan is, and when I talk to real estate investors, is that you want to make sure that you put the money back in because you want to take advantage of the compound interest.
Right.
So your money is going to double every 7 years. So if you're doing that for, let's say, if you did that for 20 years, you're looking at a cash value on over almost $2 million that you have access to.
Oh, wow.
And that's just in an insurance policy using some money that I wasn't even planning to touch anyway.
Exactly.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Okay. All right. I'm loving every piece of this. Now we have, so I didn't tell y'all this earlier, but the plan he's talking about, I'm having the same reaction again. Joy is too.
Yeah.
From when we heard it the first time. That's why we had to go do this.
Yeah.
And we was like, hold on. So you telling me I got access to this money? And then isn't it like, is this money taxed? Like when it goes to my family, it's an insurance policy. Do they get taxed on it?
No, it's completely tax free.
So hold on. So when my family gets the money, you telling me that they don't have to pay taxes on it?
Nope, it's tax free. Life insurance is the biggest, the largest wealth transfer in the U.S. Most of your celebrities or those who are in wealth, they mostly receive their wealth through life insurance.
Wow. No. Okay. All right. So hold on. This must be the trick then. So when I take a loan against the money though, are y'all do I get charged taxes for that? So no, because it is. So with life insurance, there are certain policy provisions. The tax code 7702 that states that as long as you're borrowing, as long as it's a loan, it is tax free. So as long as I'm borrowing this money that is a loan, it is tax free. Okay, so this is good. Oh, wow. So it goes to my kids tax free. I can borrow against it tax free. Yes. All this stuff I'm doing, this is beautiful. And so when I'm making these contributions, and after 90 days, I can use that money. Right. So if anybody got some money right now sitting to the sideline and they believe that they can make the regular contributions of that same amount, would you recommend that they do a policy like this? Yes. So basically how I advise clients is make sure that you have a plan and it's something that you can stick to. Definitely don't want to put yourself in a situation where you can't keep this policy up. So definitely you want to have a plan, and the plan is to use this money. So we're not just chunking it and just letting it sit there. You got to make this money work. So for real estate investors, business owners, I have a client he does Turo. So instead of him going to the bank and getting in debt, he pulls his money, he purchases his car from his life insurance policy, and whatever his payment was, he's putting it back into the life insurance policy. Shut up. So hold on. Next time I buy a car, I can buy the car through my life insurance. Exactly. And payments to my own self. Exactly.
Get out of here.
That's cray.
Yeah. Oh man. He's putting us on game. You putting us on game.
Yes. So you keep that money moving, and the whole time moving, growing for you, and you still get the dividend. Exactly. Yes, this is a beautiful thing. So, this is a shout out to all. We're gonna have to have Dontre back another time, but I'm telling you right now, for all my real estate investors, we told you we was talking about insurance and risk today, and obviously, we brought on a professional. But this is the policy that we use. And I see one more question that we have is, what's the minimum deposit? Like, what's the minimum policy or the minimum deposit that we would be able to put in? I usually tell clients 5,000 lump sum, and if they want to do annually, and then $250, basically, to have that policy. Because, like I said, this is not your like grandma and grandpa type of policy where you just putting in a little. You got to make sure that you're putting in enough money where it's actually working for you. Where it's actually working for you. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate
Yes,
that.
sir.
That's
Yes,
a whole
sir.
lot of game. So if you're sitting on the sidelines, maybe don't want to put your money in the stock market, or you have a reserve from your business or reserve for your real estate investing, whatever, what better place to put it than in something that is going to pay the people that you love, which is probably the number one thing that you want to do anyway.
Right.
And you still have access to these funds, and they're growing while you're alive. This seems like an undefeated plan. I'm glad that we discovered it. And and by discovered it, I'm glad that we discovered you,
right?
Who helped to help us to do the thing that we had wanted to do, and giving us a clear pathway to do it.
Absolutely.
And just so you know, we fact checked Dontre. We went to some other people who do it, and we said, look at this policy and see if this stuff makes sense. Yeah. And they was like, nah, you legit. They said you legit. So man. The fact that it is, it's been validated a couple times over. Yeah. So we appreciate you. And so, Dontre, if people want to get in contact with you directly, how can they get in contact with you?
You can definitely reach me on my cell, area code 864-541.
Okay, hold on. I put it into the chat. Hold on, 864
541
541
5633.
All right, okay. All right, we got the administrative force behind the scenes that's going to put y'all on this good information. Mm-hmm. They're going to put that contact information into the chat, and we're going to make sure that we blow that up. I want y'all to reach out to our guy, Dontre, right here. Maybe one day he's going to take us out for a steak dinner or something like that. I feel
hey.
I feel a steak dinner in my spirit.
Hey.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, man, we're fans, and we look forward to seeing your continued success. And thank you for taking the time to share with us, so that we could understand how we could use something different than we would normally use. Mm-hmm. And so we really appreciate you, Dontre.
Yes, I definitely appreciate you guys. Like I said, you guys are wonderful. You guys are changing the game. You're affecting the community. With real estate and educating the public, and it's for our people to really take back what the enemy's taking from us.
Come on,
like that song by Donald Lawrence. I heard it this morning. It says, "Let's get back to Eden."
Right.
And this is how we do it.
This is how we do it. Yeah. This is how we do it. So, good people. As always, I'm telling you right now, don't miss out on the game. There's so many ways when you're in this game to be able to be successful. We want you to be successful. Me and Joy want you to be successful. Obviously, Dontre does, many others. But reach out, 502-632-3005. If you have real estate coaching, want to learn about real estate, you want to grow, you want to build your portfolio, you want to do it big, we love to help you. Reach out to my guy, Dontre. And that's all our time. To the next time. Yes. And it's always so much better. Always so much better.
Always.
Every time is so much better together. And we'll see y'all next time.
He only made it possible. I swear I bond different. I can't break. I'm always